Hello, I'm Chad from Chad DIY. Welcome back to the shop. Today's video we are going to be focusing on the xTool P2 and acrylic. Now I haven't done a whole lot of acrylic projects in the shop. I mostly have done wood with the P2, but I know the P2 can definitely handle the acrylic side of things, so we're going to jump into that today. Now I do have a variety of colors that we're going to try today. I think I'm going to focus on doing some earrings. Now this is kind of a little weird for me. I'm not really, a big earring guy, but my wife, of course, wears earrings, so we're gonna make her some earrings. I got a file from Etsy. It had, I think, 100 different earrings listed on that, so I let her choose some designs. So we're gonna cut those out and see how it does. Now, with all that being said, let's jump into the project. All right, so I have the P2 all fired up, and let's try some white here. So I kind of peeled off some of the protective coating on it, and so you can kind of see the color, but so we have white on both sides. So kind of load that into the machine, and we'll get that camera set up so we know exactly where we're doing the first earring on. All right, let's refresh this image on the P2 here, get a new camera angle on it. Just takes a second here. All right, we'll zoom out there. And actually, let's try a different, I was doing some earrings a little earlier, but let's go and upload some more. So these are my Etsy files I already downloaded. I had my wife kind of go through all the options. Here's one she picked. I have no idea what this is going to look like. All right, looks kind of complicated, so we'll, yeah, it looks really complicated. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. So I'm just going to kind of upload this. I'm going to capture a close view just so we know exactly where we're at, so we can kind of fine tune a little bit. That should be good. I'm going to cut it, and actually let's measure it too, just to make sure we know the thickness of the material. Saying it's 3.5. Let's go back on there. Well, let's group these together so they'll be the same. Cutting, so I always recommend for cut settings, go to xTool Materials. I'm on my xTool P2 acrylic, black acrylic, they got white acrylic laser cut, 120. So 100 power, we'll go 20 speed. Power than speed, so. All right, back in the software, might as well just follow those recommendations, process it out. And I'm gonna make sure my fan's on here. For exhaust. Start. And then we'll hit the start button, let's go. I'm gonna try to vacuum this out here. Just there's so many little things that have to come out, so we'll try that. All right, that vacuum did a horrible job at that. Try something else here. So the little dustbuster thing really didn't work at all, but I did. I got my air compressor hose. I did that first one. Worked really well, so highly recommend using an air compressor hose. Problem is these little acrylic things shoot all over the place, but let's try that out for this one here. Yeah, just like that. Let's go to the camera here. There. So yeah, the detail is incredible actually. But the air compressor, that's definitely the trick to use. All right, so that's basically the flow I'm gonna use for these earrings. So I'm just gonna kind of go through the different colors. I'm gonna go through different patterns that I got from the Etsy file, which I will include in the link if you're interested in where I got that. And we'll just kind of repeat the process that I just did with that white set. So let's get started on that. All right, one thing to, as I spray that out, one thing to note on these black earrings, it's really hard to see it on the camera when you, with a piece of black acrylic, because the whole base of the P2 is black. So you put that black acrylic there, you take that image, and it kind of just blends in with the base. So I'm sure you could probably put a piece of cardboard or something to make it stick out beforehand, but something to note when using black acrylic. All right, so I have 4 different sets of earrings all cut out with different colors. I did do clear. Now that's one of the amazing things about the P2 compared to the dial lasers. It can do clear acrylic. So that's one of the big knocks on the dial lasers is it can't do clear, but with the CO2 P2, no problem at all. So the final step really is to add the actual earpiece, the metal earpiece. So I just got a little pack of this, I think from Hobby Lobby. And we'll just add the metal pieces to each earring and we'll be all set. All right, so we're just gonna take the metal pieces here and we're gonna kind of bend them just out a little bit just so we can get them in here. All right, and then we're gonna kind of just bend them into place then. Oops. Once we have them bent into place, I'm gonna stick them there. And there we go. I don't know if it might be still hard to see, but that's all there is to it. All right, so that is just a few examples of what you can do with acrylic on this xTool P2 machine. Now, every time I do use this machine, I'm just more and more impressed with it. The detail of those cuts using that acrylic. And it's a lot of fun too. You don't have any charring or anything. That's great about this product. So definitely plan on doing some more acrylic in the future. The only con I really have is not really with the machine, but just the acrylic itself. When you do cut this, there is a bit of a fume in the area I have noticed. Now I do have the exhaust system. This is, I don't know if you can see this here. So I have a 6-inch exhaust going from the machine up to this 6-inch and out a window. So I do have a decent exhaust setup, but there still is a slight smell in the air, so something to be aware of. I won't want to be running this thing in a tiny room in my house for sure. The garage, no problem, but just something to be aware of when you are using an acrylic product like this. So if you do have any questions on acrylic, on the earrings, on the xTool P2, please leave them in that comment section below. Also, if you're interested in buying any xTool machine, I will provide my affiliate link. P2 is awesome. I also have the S1 and F1. All have been great machines, but I will provide that affiliate link. So if you do decide to buy one, if you use that link, you're going to get the best price. I get a little bit of commission as well, so it really helps with the channel. Really appreciate it. And also, xTool does sell these acrylic packs of different colors and everything. So a good place to pick up your acrylic as well. So with all that being said, I'm Chad from Chad DIY, and we'll see you on the next one.